What's up, guys? I'm Benson Boone, and this is 15 Firsts. First time I realized I had a thing for singing or music was Battle of the Bands my senior year. So our singer quit the day before, and it was the day before that I tried singing. And it was definitely better than I thought, but it wasn't at all great. But it was good enough for a high school band performance, But we got to the next day, and when you're in front of your school, it's you don't give it 50%. You just go for it. And I went for it, and it definitely was pretty close to the voice I have now. I've never done vocal training, so I've definitely improved over the past 2 years, but it was there. It was there it had definitely never been before. First job I had, landscaping. I landscaped from when I was 12 all the way till I graduated high school. That's how I paid for all my stuff in college. And yeah, landscaping at Walmart, bro. Keep it real. My first celebrity crush. Are you kidding me? Selena Gomez. I'm gonna be honest, first time I watched Wizards of Waverly Place, that's when she caught my attention. Ever since then, she's kind of been my day one, The one you always look back on and regret, almost. But we had a chance, but. Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about this in so long. The first time I ever fell in love, my best buddy Eric, he's my day one. I met him when I was 5 months old. I have literally known him my whole life. We went to this preschool together, and one of the chicks that worked at the preschool, who's actually my oldest sister's friend, her name's Taylor. Whew, hot mama. I had a big thing for Taylor. And it was something Eric and I would talk about on the low, and at recess or whatever you call it in preschool, recess, we'd go out to the bars, and I'd try and jump up to the top bar while she was walking past, and it was no big deal, just casually, I have not told Taylor. I could have my sister tell Taylor, but that would be kind of a high school thing to do, and I'm past that. Maybe I should DM her. I'm not gonna do that. First song I ever wrote, there's kind of two answers here. Because the first time I ever wrote music was with Dan Reynolds. He's the lead singer of Imagine Dragons, for those of you that don't know. And the first song we wrote together was, oh boy, it was a song called Good Vibes. The reason you have never seen it or heard of it or heard it is because it was the first song I ever wrote. It is pretty embarrassing to listen to, but it is my first song, and I will forever be proud of that, because that's a big landmark for me. But outside of writing with Dan, the first song I ever wrote as an official session was Ghost Town. And that, if you have listened to my music, you probably have heard. My first viral video is very embarrassing. There was kind of this trend, at least a Washington State trend, where it would go, Washington check, and then you just show a video of something cool in Washington. That sounds dumb, but this one morning there was this crazy sunset in right by my high school. My high school was kind of elevated in my town, so you could see the mountains and the sky very well. And yeah, there was just crazy sunset, so I just showed a video of myself going, Washington check, and then boom, flip the camera around. Magic. The first person that ever told me they loved my music was my mother. I definitely gotta shout out to Mama and Papa Boone. They have been my number one supporters since day one. And I'm very fortunate to have great parents who support me in what I do, because I know that's not very common. But I'm very proud to be their son, and I'm proud that they are proud of me. It makes a world of difference for me and my confidence. So, Mama Boone, she's the GOAT. First person I played my debut EP for was, technically it was my mom, and sisters, like my family, but like outside of my family, the first person I played Walk Me Home, my debut EP for, was I think my buddy Dawson. He is like my best friend, Eric and Doss, and McLean and Jacob and David, but like they're like part of that essential, you know, like and Luke and Lucas. I don't want my friends to watch this and be like, I'm not in that. Just know you're in this. I'm just saying Eric and Doss are just ones that I've talked about. Dawson is one of my best friends ever, and yeah, like he's on like the little note sheet with all my songs, and so he listens to it every time I add a song, so he's heard the EP for a long time. My friends are pretty honest with me when they listen to my music. I'll always send it to them, and I just ask for their raw feedback. Like, I really want to know, just like tell me how it is. And yeah, they always do a pretty good job at like telling me how it is. And you know, it's good to get a perspective from someone outside of music who's not listening to like the technical stuff and vocal levels and blah blah blah. It's nice to hear their perspective, so it's great. The first time I ever played like a sold out Benson Boone show was actually London. That was my first ticketed concert ever. I had done like some music festivals before that, but obviously that doesn't really count. So like a full-on Benson Boone ticketed show, London. That was the first one, and I'm proud of that. The first writer I ever made, actually, fun fact, I have done how many shows now? 15 shows? 12, 15, somewhere in there? I didn't know a writer was a thing. I have lived a lie, and I feel betrayed. But that's fine. It really is fine, because we go through trials, and it builds us. It makes us stronger. However, this might not have made me stronger, because I could have been stronger with a writer. I could have asked for gushers. I could have asked for a football. I could have asked for a frisbee. I could have asked for a new pair of shoes. I could name a lot of things I could have asked for that are even cooler than that, but I didn't even know it was a thing. So, from here on out, what I will be asking in my writer will be a box of gushers. I don't want a 15-pack. I don't want a 6-pack. I don't want a 20-pack. I want a 40-pack. I want a 40-pack of gushers. I want a 40-pack of Smiley fruit snacks. And I want a pair of Vans. That's what I want, and that's what I'll get. That sounded rude. I didn't mean for it to sound rude. It was just sometimes you have to be a little demanding to get what you want, you know? You know what I mean? I think you do. My first real artist paycheck, I actually got it in the mail a couple months ago. It was for Ghost Town going on the radio. Shout out to the radio. Woo-hoo. And it felt great. I went and I opened my mailbox and I said, you know what? I live in an apartment, and usually every letter is written to the prior person living in my apartment, like Jackie or Tim or Candace. And you know, those are great names. I'm sure they're great people, but that's not me. And I don't like to get mail that's not for me. So it was a good feeling. Not only to get a letter for Benson Boone, but a letter that was giving Benson Boone money. The first time I was on a late night show was Seth Meyers. It was a pretty great experience. Seth Meyers, I think, is a great human being, and he is very caring about the people that are on his show. Like, he came backstage and got to talk to me for a bit, and yeah, it was a good experience for me. It was cool to be able to perform on a show like that. And obviously it was my first time, so like, how could it not be cool? I loved it. It was a great experience. First time I was starstruck, easy, John Bellion. I got to work with John Bellion, who is like my idol, my inspiration in music. And I got to work with him for the first time a few months ago, and I actually stayed at his house and wrote music with him, and he is an amazing artist, an amazing human being, and he's like beyond what I ever expected. He's just so kind, so incredibly talented, and just does everything his way. Like, it's John's way or you go home. And I love that about him, and I respect that about him. And he's a family man, just just a good person. So shout out to John. I think it would be super cool to work with Olivia Rodrigo. That's been like one of my dreams for a while. Olivia Rodrigo is like the girl version of John Bellion for me. Just a very big inspiration, and yeah, that would be incredible. I think I'm still in the process of getting to I Made It, and it'll be a while, but one of the things I'm most proud of in my career is In the Stars. That song is very, very personal to me, and it's about my great-grandmother who passed away a few years ago. For that song to have the success that it did, I am beyond proud, because that is my connection to my great-grandmother. And something that makes me very, very happy about that is everyone that hears it takes a different perspective on it. It's a very personal song to me. The lyrics are personal, the meaning is personal, the melodies are personal, but the great thing about it is you can relate that to anything in your life. And I have got DMs and texts and calls and messages and comments about stories of how that's helped people get through their life. And that's an amazing feeling. It's all an artist can hope for and dream of. And so I'm just glad that, like, I know that I've had a song, at least one song, that has changed lives. And that's my whole dream in music, is to change people's lives and inspire people. What's up, guys? I'm Benson Boone. Thank you so much for watching this video. That was 15 Firsts. Have a great day.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.